Hello, everyone. At TERAVARNA India, we are here with artist Riya Jain from Delhi NCR, and this is her art studio, come art workshop, come teaching place where she teaches kids her version of beautiful art, and then she does a particular kind of art that we were talking earlier really loved, and we discussed a little bit, and I'm gonna bring this to you. I'm gonna share Ria's work with you. And just to let you know, she is one of our catch prize winners, in the top winners in TERAVARNA's first competition. So she's really great. That kind of tells you, where she comes from. So let me introduce her and then let her speak to the speaking. Hi, Ria. It's nice to meet you.
Hi.
So it's my pleasure to meet you, Ria. Can you please introduce yourself?
I'm Riya Jain and I'm an artist living in Delhi NCR. I have done my bachelor's in design in interior design from American University. From my childhood, I always had an inkling towards fine art and artistic endeavors, but I didn't pursue it due to some family pressure. So that's why I decided to pursue my passion now.
Okay. So you have a bachelor's, you said, right? Okay. And what did they teach you, like as far as the practical aspect of it? I mean, what?
The design was actually about designing the spaces around us. So how a person feels when he enters any commercial property or any recreational property. So how the colors speak to the person, that's what it's about. When you design the spaces, you actually study the construction, the materials that are used, the innovative contemporary materials that are put in the marketing.
Okay. Okay, so can you tell me a little bit about your process? How you actually do the artwork, from start to finish?
So I actually don't follow a flow.
Okay.
I don't have a composition laid out in my sketches. I do small, studies or sketches in my style. For example, using emotions and my memories and using the subject as a vessel in order to capture what has been hidden inside my mind. So I use that and do some little study sketches and incorporate them into my whole painting. I start with the feeling and then I develop the composition. So there's like symbolic images or some motifs that I use, or for example in my painting I used an animal skull of dinosaur, which might represent, something that is not present but it is there. That's how exactly trauma works in our body. Whenever you have an episode, you don't know that what memory is coming inside your body, but it is there. So that's what, some of the images that I capture. So I actually don't want to recreate the images in my mind exactly as on canvas, but I do want to express what I have been feeling for years because I have been repressing that thought for a long time. So I want them, viewers to feel that they are not either present, neither they are in the past, but they are somewhat, or hanging
in limbo. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like I actually read something about Sigmund Freud that dreams that are, roads are how they are pathways.
Interpretation of dreams, Freud's, yeah.
For example, trauma and how it represents itself, it re-expresses in objects around us. So there's no escaping it. So, I have a lot of past about, self-harm and stuff. So I now create my emotions and, channel my emotion into my artwork rather than going back to my, tendencies, which is not wrong, by the way, if anyone is struggling with that. So, but, I want to now create something creatively.
Okay, so what's your favorite medium?
My favorite medium would probably be charcoal because, it helps me expressing more, vividly and more better.
Okay.
And, there are a lot of charcoal available. There's little charcoal, there's compressed charcoal, there and, charcoal pencil. So it helps me express more. And also watercolor is also a great medium. That's between acrylic.
Right.
So It's not exactly opaque like acrylic, but it helps in capturing, different layers.
Yeah, it's very transparent, translucent. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps me, put my emotions into the paper that I'm experimenting with.
So how did you discover your style?
As I told initially I was doing some really mundane works because I thought that what art is and that what, we amount to. But
Can you give an example on what kind of work were you doing?
yeah, just normal, animal portraits and stuff or
Right.
landscape, in simple style, like nothing expressive.
Correct.
Like what we captured in a photo, I did. So that's not what I think art is.
Absolutely.
The camera for that. So what makes an art, and there's in book The Way of Seeing, talks about demystification of artwork, in history too, how artists were, their work was demystified. They were not, the actual context of the work was not captured. So that's why I want to capture what my, thoughts and emotions are.
Okay, so that's how I discovered style, like your style. Like later on, it grew towards something that you. So, what do you call your style right now? Like, what's your favorite subject, or not medium subject, or your style? Is there a few?
I like to do experimental work and strokes like on sculptures, that are already being made by artists.
So, 2D representation of sculptures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Presentation, my artistic style. I mean,
Okay.
expressionism, you can say.
Expressionism. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Close to Kandinsky, but more figurative. As far as inspiration goes, what drives you?
I won't say that I have a favorite artist.
No, not just the inspiration, like nature, people, anything, or artists.
Figurative, pieces. And nature is also the biggest part. I really like Monet work.
Monet. Okay.
Impressionism style. But I really like the Louis Brushstroke and how he captures the light
Right.
in his paintings. So there's that for the landscape. And for figurative, I usually keep a visual library open throughout the week. I study different artists' works and then practice them and then create a medium in my own style.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. As far as all artists face this, but in India you face it even more. Is challenges, a lot of challenges. And what kind of challenges have you faced? And if you want to share some with our viewers, the sort of things that you had to overcome.
The most earliest challenge that I remember was, my family didn't support my, artwork. They wanted me to be in a field that is more rewarding, or, as they say, that artists can't earn money and stuff like that. So I was really influenced by that. And, I like to think myself a disciplined child, so I didn't speak up that I need to follow my passion or something. I was really quiet, introverted. I'm still now, but I'm more trying to at least pursue my passion, so I'm very proud of that now. And in the current times, I guess the biggest challenge that I'm facing is the financial issue that, I actually have no direction as to, where to go, because nobody in my family is an artist and nobody has any idea. I actually need external support sometimes for music, so I'm struggling with that, the direction and
My next question is about TERAVARNA. So where did you hear about TERAVARNA again?
Actually from that and Institute, they were organizing the CG art competition. I was really interested in how they were showcasing, millions of artists in India, and maybe I get.
Well, thousands, not millions, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We hope to be millions. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I was really, I never take part in any competition because, I don't think I find the right links for them because they're usually what monetary, gain for the organization.
Right.
But for TERAVARNA, I was really surprised that I found such a hidden, gem in my feed. So I immediately applied it. And fortunately, I had a work that I really wanted to represent and didn't have any, medium or ways to do it in real life. So I thought that, I should apply it this time.
Okay. And that particular work was done in what medium?
It's a credit.
Acrylic. On paper or canvas?
It's on canvas.
On canvas. How big is it? Roughly?
Around 3 feet.
Oh, that's pretty big. 3 feet by 2 feet or something, right? And it's with another exhibition or something, you said? Or
Yeah, it's currently in an exhibition in Noida. And Kiran Pindi is the curator.
okay. So it's like a public exhibition. So if we go there, we'd be able to see it. Okay, excellent. Yeah. So and then for TERAVARNA, did you visit our TERAVARNA India site or was it TERAVARNA.com?
I visited both.
Both. Okay.
So I browsed through works of international artists too, and the exhibition that you have provided them, and the installations too. I looked at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Indian side too. I browsed through the results of the previous one, and you have different categories of abstract work and all.
Right.
So is there anything you'd like for TERAVARNA or TERAVARNA India to do for you, which would, and you can be honest and frank about it, that we are already not doing, or that you don't like, or that you would like more? And we definitely try to, like, for instance, the interviews. We've started because we want to give platform. That's why I flew all the way from Kolkata.
So what do you think is the best way we can support you? You have any?
I think exposure
Okay.
best way in giving me direction. And the
Jury and then giving you feedback maybe on the jury, or that would help too. I think that's what we are considering, like having expert feedback on an artwork. That way you know what it is, even for a small price. Like that'll tell you, which direction you're going in.
and I appreciate your gesture of showing unknown artists to the world. So I think that giving opportunity and platform to artists will be more beneficial rather than just giving them.
So thank you, Riya, for having us. For having TERAVARNA in your place, and it was an honor to be here and to see your artwork and know about you, your feelings, and how your expressionist tendencies are being captured in your art. So that was really good, and thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for interviewing me too. I'm really grateful.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.